Hello, ladies. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Audrey Christine. I'm Audrey Christine. You can just call me Audrey. Welcome to the channel. This is my second channel. My other channel is The Salty Psychic, where I talk strictly about crime and interacting with the murdered victims. I know it's nuts. It's nuts. I understand that. Anyway, I am here today to talk about some things that may help you become a better psychic or to bring out the psychic within you. Before we get started, please hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. Men are welcome. I'm not really going to address you that often because I don't think there are any men here, at least not yet, not right now. So I'm just going to give you 5 tips. 5 tips on things that I have noticed help me, assisted me in becoming the psychic that I am today. And then I'm going to tell you 3 things to be prepared for. And these things that you need to be prepared for, in my opinion, are very, very important. They're as important as the 5 tips I'm going to give you. Okay, the tips are going to be 5 action items to do, and the things to be prepared for is more intaking information, processing, and accepting. Let me start off by saying, it is my belief. You either have it or you don't. I do not believe you can go to school and become a psychic. You have to already have it. Yes, everybody has intuition and abilities to feel someone else's pain. A lot of people have felt their loved one pass away during the night. It's like, I had a dream that they died last night, and they did in fact die. Stuff like that. That's not, in my opinion, that's not really being psychic. That's your loved one really coming to you, saying goodbye on their way off to the next part of their existence. So we'll get into some of these things in more detail. All right, so I have my little notes over here. I'm sitting in my dining room. Fish tank way back there. Craft cart. I'm still painting and doing things. This is the fake plant that Marshmallow the cat loves to try and eat. I don't know what's wrong with that child, that cat. All right, so these tips are not going to be in any particular order of importance. I'm just going to tell you them one at a time, okay? So the first tip in assisting your psychicness, bringing it out, seeing it more clearly is trust and believe in your visions. Be confident. Audrey, I just feel like I'm going nuts. I don't know why I have these visions and people talking to me, and I feel like I just heard a voice in here tell me something about somebody. Why? Why would that happen? What's happening? That's part of being psychic. That's part of figuring out that you are psychic and that you do have these abilities. It's a strange thing to have, my friends. It's not normal, is it? Because a lot of people don't believe in it. A lot of people find it to be evil, which is the biggest pile of horse shit out there. It is the opposite of evil, and we're going to talk about why. So be confident in what you're hearing, what you're seeing in your mind. Don't question it, because if you try to put logic into psychic actions, they're going to collide. There's no logic. That's what I've said. I can't prove. It's not a math problem, right? This is spiritual and energy. It's energy. It's if you start questioning yourself, you're going to get spooked, and you're going to and you may not want to continue on the journey of finding out who exactly and what exactly you are. What are your abilities? All right. The second tip I have for you is, girl, you need to come out of the closet. You need to come out of that closet, girl, and come out, stand tall, look people in the eyes, look them in the face, and say, I am a psychic. I am. And when you get those feelings, visions, etc., about somebody, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a family member, you're going to have to get over the fear of their reaction, and you're going to have to talk about it with them. That's my cats. They're fighting. They're over here fighting. Both of them. Sorry. You have to share your thoughts and visions. You have to. That's going to give you the confidence when the person you're talking to is like, oh my God, yes. I do have an Uncle Joe that just lost his job and his mother died, or, whatever the scenario is. You have to start approaching people, but just be careful. Religious people are not open to this most of the time. But you have to do it. You have to. That's the whole reason that we have the gift. We have to share it. Because the more we share it with random coworkers or family members or friends or whatever, that's going to be your confirmation that, gee, when I have this big thing to tell somebody, this could change their life. When your visions are at the point of changing someone's life, you're going to feel confident. Here comes spirit. You're going to feel confident that you're right. Look at all the things you've said to random people, coworkers, friends, whatever, and it's right. It's true. Now you have a huge message for somebody that's going to change their life. Maybe it's going to save their life. Maybe they are not going to commit suicide now that they understand they're not alone. They understand it wasn't their fault that their loved one died, and that they're okay. You guys, this is a big deal. Understand the power of being a psychic. Now, it doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. We don't wear capes. Oh, well, a Harry Potter cape, but that's really it. We're not above anybody else. No one is above anybody else. We are all at a level playing field. So remember that. It's not that we're special. We're just different, and we have abilities that most people don't have. The third thing I want you to do is to start speaking telepathically to the voices and visions. It's weird because it's like, oh my God, why? If I told anybody that I do this, they would just delete me from everything. They would delete me from all social media. They wouldn't talk to me anymore if they knew I had voices in my head and that I talk to them with my mind. Well, they're just not educated if that's what they think. They're not educated. Give them the benefit of the doubt of being a regular old human being that do not have our abilities. They have other abilities. They have other things they can do. They're wonderful at math and engineering. They are athletic. They are good third grade teachers. They are wonderful at whatever they do. Stuff we can't do, right? Stuff we just know we cannot ever do. When you hear, let's give an example. You're at work, you're on lunch, you're in the teacher's lounge or break room or whatever, and you're sitting down to someone, maybe you've known this person for 15 years, but now you're getting a in the head, you're getting something like, ask her about a sister. So in your mind, you're being prompted. Ask her if she has a sister. What happened to her sister? Does she have a sister? What's going on? What's the situation with the sister? And I'm actually getting a vision right now of somebody I worked with for 15 years. So this may be something I need to ask her about. What's up with that? So you just say, you know what? I mean, we've known each other for so long, but do you have a sister? Did your mom have a miscarriage or something? Did something happen in your family with a sister? You know, and the look and shock on their face is usually like, yeah, like, who the hell have you been talking to? Are you gossiping about me? Did somebody tell you something about me? Because if so, I don't appreciate it. And you just say, no. I haven't talked to anybody. I don't talk to anybody about other people here. I don't know. I just looked at you and I felt something like I should ask you about it. It sounds like it might be something hurtful that happened in your past. So I don't know. It's just so weird why I got this feeling all of a sudden just to ask you. I'm sorry, whatever. You have to do that. You have to do that. This is all part of your coming out. When you're out of the closet as a psychic, you're going to be doing things that might be uncomfortable for you. And even though I've been doing this now for 15 years out of the closet, it's still awkward. It's still awkward, but I know who I am. I know who I am. And it's because of everyone out there who I've given a reading to. And you guys are like, yes, exactly. Oh my God. How did you know his name? How did you know this? I just hear it in my head. And here comes spirit again, for real. Here they come again. They love when you start talking. Spirit loves that invitation. It's an invitation to the spirit realm. It's an open invitation. So be prepared for what I coined the phrase of confirmation chills. I was the first one to say that. I know other people are saying it now because they're copycats, but that's fine because that's what it is. It's confirmation chills. When you ask somebody something or say something that spirit just told you and you get the chills back, that's your confirmation chills from spirit. Okay, spirit's confirming with me now. For example, spirit's confirming with me what I just said to you. Sorry, I have a hair. Spirit's saying, yes, I am asking you that question correctly. Where's the camera? I'm asking you correctly. Spirit is confirming with me again. Sorry. That this or that happened, and you need to look into it. And that's the thing. You may say something to somebody and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sometimes it is common. This person you're doing the reading for or channeling their loved one, they need to talk to somebody in their family. Go to your mom and tell her what I just said to you. If she's open to messages and questions, go to her and ask her, what happened to Uncle Robbie in 1967? What's up with that? There's something you're not telling me. You've never told me. And I feel like I need to know this. And people are reserved as far as sharing some family information. There are so many secrets in families. It's not even funny. Every person I've met with is dealing with some sort of secret. And it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just a secret. So, Audrey, how are you knowing my secrets? I don't know if I trust you. Okay, so, if you need to back off a little bit and say, okay, well, let me go back, write it down. I write everything down. We'll come back to that later. Let's see if we can circle back to that subject later. But let's move on to something else that I'm seeing and hearing. What's up with buying a steak at the grocery store? What happened with you buying a steak? Something happened with a steak. What is it? What happened? Just write everything down that you're hearing from Spirit. And you have to learn how to multitask, which I know scientists say you can't multitask. Well, you can. You can when you're psychic, because even right now, as I'm talking into my phone and recording this video, I'm talking to spirits at the same time. I got stuff back here I'm processing from Spirit. It's like a reel. I got stuff just moving, rotating, spinning back here at the same time as I'm talking to you and listening to Spirit at the same time. You can do it. You probably do it already. The fourth thing I want to give you as a tip is don't ignore the signs and messages. Audrey, why would I need to say this to that person? If you're Christian, you understand the terminology of being led by Spirit. God led me to this. Jesus led me to that. I felt moved by the Holy Spirit to say this, do that, go here, whatever. This is the same. It's really the same thing. Spirit is spirit, right? God is a spirit. Jesus is a spirit. I'm not religious, which we'll talk about that too. It's just spirit. And I don't say just as in only, as in not important. No, it's everything. Spirit is literally everything. That is our existence. Existence is spirit energy. Don't be afraid. You don't need to know why. You don't need to know what the significance is for this person over here that you're feeling a message coming for. Let's see. Let me make up something. Okay. Here's an example. Tell your daughter who's looking into schools, looking for colleges to apply at. Tell your daughter to apply at all of them. Okay, well, Audrey, that's not a spiritual. Yes, it is. Because you don't know, maybe this person's daughter is terrified to apply for an Ivy League college because she doesn't think she has enough brains or talent. You're the encourager. You're the gift. You're the one to push this kid to apply for all the colleges. Here comes Spirit again. These are important, life-changing messages. I'm so passionate about it because it's so simple, but it's so big. Start changing people's lives. You have the power. The chances are you're helping, not hurting. I don't give bad messages. I don't want to give hurtful messages. I want to give helpful messages. And the older you get, the more experiences in life you have. So for me, for example, if I'm doing a reading for a woman and, I'm seeing a teenager, I'm seeing a 16-year-old sophomore, junior in high school who's going to be applying for colleges for you. And I'm sitting here with Mom and I'm saying, so I'm feeling like your daughter is having some struggles in her future. She's not sure if she wants to move out of state. She doesn't know if she can leave you or if she should leave the family to go out of state for school, or which college is going to be the best for her field that she's going into. It's rough. It is hard to make those decisions. 16, 17, 18, I'm 55. I have lots of things I can't make decisions on right now for myself. So the mom says, well, yeah, she's this and that, and she's fearful of everything I just mentioned. And, well, here's what I want you to tell her, or guide her and tell her. Apply for whatever you want. Here's the thing. God, the universe, our spiritual world will guide you in the right direction, and whichever college picks you up is picking you up. A closed door is only, what's the word? It's a simple word. A closed door is an opportunity for your future. So, oh yeah, I really wanted to go to this college, but they turned me down. Okay, this college is really excited about me. They offered me maybe even a scholarship. A lot of times messages are changing the direction of someone's path. And it is a lot of responsibility. It is. It's a big thing to say to somebody. Be confident in who you are, what you're hearing, and what you see. You just have to be mindful and sensitive to how you are giving the messages to people. But don't keep the messages to yourself. What use is it? What's the use of having these psychic abilities if you're not sharing and listening? All right. So the fifth tip I have for you, this one may be tough for some people. You have to let go of any prejudices. What do you mean? I'm not prejudiced. I like black people. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, you should like everybody, right? I mean, a soul is a soul is a soul. Don't be prejudiced against age, race, and even religion. I've done readings for atheists that blew them out of the freaking water. Well, how can I give a reading to someone who's 40 years older than me? Like, what am I going to have to share with them? They've been around for so much longer. You don't know. You may not know what the universe is using you for during that reading. We don't need to know everything. You might hear me say, I can tap into this person. I can tap into that person. They're alive right now, and I'll tell you what they're doing that they shouldn't be doing. Not to get them in trouble, but to put them back on the freaking right path. Don't be prejudiced if someone's you're doing a reading for is doing drugs, or their kids are doing drugs. Yes, those are bad and awful things, but you're there to help. Don't be prejudiced because someone's having a really hard time. Or, if somebody's disabled, mentally disabled, physically disabled, everyone's equal. So any prejudices you have, Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever, you can't do that. You cannot, in your heart, you can't have that. You have to let all of that go. Everyone's equal. Audrey, I don't know. Democrats, I'm a hard right Republican over here. I don't know, if I talk to someone who's a Democrat, they may not like what I have to say because I know how Democrats feel about this subject, and you got to let it go. You've got to let it go. Trust what Spirit's showing you. Spirit's showing you for a reason. Let go of your stuff. When you're doing a reading, you're nothing. You're the conduit. You're a vessel of energy for the person you're sitting with. And it could be an in-person reading or a Zoom reading. And, well, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a minute. So let me know how you feel about those things, those 5 tips, okay? And then let me give you 3 things to prepare for. So, as I just mentioned about letting go of your prejudices, when you do that, this is the first thing to be prepared for. Number 1 is by letting go of your prejudices. This is going to help you elevate yourself, your soul, your energy, and awaken that psychic part, this higher level state of being. And I'm not good at explaining some of this stuff, but I can just tell you my feelings and emotions and experiences about it. So the more I have brought myself down to a normal level, there's no entitlement. You know, my entitlement level has come down. Because I'm just a regular person who, is trying to work hard, get the most money and win the race at the, who has the most money at the end. Yeah, that's gone. That part of me is gone. And it's humbling becoming a psychic, a good psychic, because you really have to feel in your heart you are not any better, any richer, any prettier, any funnier than anybody else on the planet. You have to really mean it. You have to feel it and own it. And this is what helps take your being. What do I mean by that? What do you mean it's taking my being up a notch? You have to feel it to understand what I'm talking about. I'm having a difficult time even explaining it. It's like if I get rid of, become humble and I get rid of all of these, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Get rid of that stuff and you get a key. So I'm giving you a key now this is God or the universe saying, here, I'm giving you this key because you've let go of all that crap. And I'm going to let you come up here. So open this door. Here's the key. Open the door. Now I'm going to give you more gifts. I'm going to give you more abilities because you're ready to see the next step. All right. The second thing I want you to be prepared for and with is after a reading or after channeling, be prepared for some physical discomfort. Nothing scary. When you do a reading, most people, you and your person you're doing the reading with, are tired the whole next day, the rest of that day and the next day. You're just tired. You're low energy. You may have a little bit of a headache. You may just feel kind of spent. That's normal. Very normal. It's nothing bad. It's just that you've had so much energy, both of us, going through our bodies, our physical bodies. It's tiring. Our bodies react to that. But it's nothing bad, but you should be prepared for that. All right, and the third thing I want you to be prepared for, and listen to what I'm going to say, okay? You can't be afraid of this. You have to be prepared to lose your religion. Audrey, what? Lose my religion? My faith is everything. I know. Well, I was Christian before I came out of the closet with this. Yeah, I used to be Christian, but I was a late Christian too, because of my family history and all the drama that I was raised in and all that garbage. I was late to the church. What I'm referring to is be ready to start questioning your thoughts and beliefs. Be ready to have things presented to you in a different light, like existence. You know, you either believe in the Big Bang or you believe in evolution. Well, why do I have to believe in either of those things? Why don't I believe in myself and hear what I'm hearing from spirit and trust that? And you know what? I am so open. I am open to whatever spirit wants to come in and show me. If Jesus Christ rang my doorbell right now, I'll let you in. I'll let you in. Come in, have a seat. I'll make you an espresso. But you learn things being a psychic. You're shown things. And as you do more and more readings for people, and you know you're right, you've just rocked somebody's world. You've just given them the biggest gift. With that being said, Spirit starts showing you, well, you know, this Bible or this Bible, you know, whoever's Bible, whatever religion, whatever Bible, doesn't say that. That's not true, this or that. Little things are going to start, little seeds are going to be planted and say, I don't know now. I don't know how I feel now about Noah's Ark. Was that? I don't know if I believe that now. You don't have to tell anybody that you're starting to have questions and this is part of your awakening. You don't have to tell anybody any of this, your friends or family. You don't have to share any of that. That's yours. It's yours and the universe's. But you do need to come out of the closet. And my family is they just make fun of me. They literally laugh at me. Coming out, yeah, you might lose some friends, but chances are you will probably gain friends. I have people that just constantly need help. They constantly want to know things going on, the future. Now, you know, we don't use crystal balls to tell the future. That would be kind of cute, though, wouldn't it? I would love to have a crystal ball. This is the crystal ball. Be confident. Listen. Tune out all that other noise. What noise? All of this chatter of human being noise and the news on the TV and people that don't believe in psychics. Don't listen. You know what? Those kind of people don't deserve your time and attention unless they've booked a reading. I've had people, they're like, well, I booked it, you know, but just so you know, I'm not a believer in what you do. I literally have people say that to me. By the end, they're on their phone. They're like, holy shit, you want to, you know, this lady told me. How does she know? Are you sure you didn't tell her anything about our family? You sure? What? It's the best. It is the best. Being a psychic, in my opinion, is bigger than winning the freaking lottery. I'm sorry. I'll live in this little house the rest of my life. I don't care. Don't take away my abilities. Please, God. I mean, yeah, I do feel like a superhero sometimes, but I know I'm not. But it sure is a good feeling It's a good feeling knowing that you can help people. And the more you do these things, the more you're going to be used to it. It's going to be more comfortable. It'll be your muscle memory, being a psychic. You know, it will just become more regular. It won't feel so foreign to you. I'm excited for people. I'm excited for you to find your psychic. And maybe you're like, well, that's all good and well, but you know, I don't have any of these feelings, Audrey. I don't have voices in my head, and I don't have dreams about the future or my dead relatives or anything. Well, that's why you can go to a psychic. That's why we're here. We're here to help you, because not everyone has the abilities. But, you know, I was on a live, I was watching a live broadcast yesterday of my friend Drew from Drew's Paranormal. Hey, girl. And she does cards. And I don't do cards, but, yeah, if someone wants to help me out, I'll take some help. And she was just saying, she was doing a reading with these cards saying, you know, this person, I think there were about 10 or 15 of us in the live chat. And she's not knowing who this is for, this reading is for. And she started talking about the card and what it means. I'm like, I think that's about me, because of something I'm going through. And so I said, I think what you're saying is a message for me, and here's why. And I shared it in the chat so everyone can see. And it made sense to me. So I need encouragement and support as well. I do. It's like being a therapist. Therapists have therapists. Psychiatrists have therapists and psychiatrists themselves, because we're just humans. We're just human beings. So we need the help as much as you do. You know, it's like, do as I say, not as I do, you know, that kind of thing. So let me know how you feel about this video. Oh, you know what someone said? I think it was on my other channel the other day. Someone came and left a message. It was about a murder that I was very involved with, the case. And they're like, well, if you're really a psychic, why don't you know where her body's at? Oh, bitch, listen. You obviously are new to my channel, because guess what? I've already explained that. Where have you been? Don't question me. Don't try and make me feel like I'm nuts and that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. I'm 100% confident in my abilities. Audrey, you're so salty. I know I am, because you know why? This is the point I've gotten to in my life. Don't try and mess up my energy and my soul and my confidence of being a psychic. Oh, what about this? What about that? Shut up. Just go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're ignorant. You're just ignorant. And yes, we're supposed to let go of any prejudices that we have. I said that today, didn't I? Let go of the prejudices of someone who's ignorant. The only reason I'm saying this to you is because this may happen to you. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, you know what? I do. You know, my old YouTube channel was You Matter, Audrey Briggs, You Matter. Well, you know what? I decided not everyone matters, okay? Not everyone needs the blessing of being in our circle here, in our group. Because I'm not going to tolerate bad energy. Don't give me bad energy. You can go. No one asked you to be here. You don't need to be here. Go Come back in a year, maybe after you've read some things and learned some things. I'm not here to babysit people and convince. I don't need to convince anybody of anything, ever. I know who I am. I know who I am, and I know what I freaking do. And you need to be confident like that as well. And how do you do that? By sharing. Share, share, share. Audrey, I don't get out of my house. Well, you got to get out of your house. You can do some things online. You got to get out. You got to get out and mingle and move your energy around. A lot of times I get messages for like Jonathan's bus driver or Jonathan's teachers or, just random people. But you got to get out. You got to get out and mingle, even though sometimes it may be difficult for people such as me who have social anxiety and different things. So you can do it though. I know you can. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon with a new one. All right, take care. Ciao.